Alright, so I want to be completely transparent because I always am on my channel, and I'm probably getting fired from my job, and I had one haul that may just save me, and I don't know, I'm just going to have to show you. So, I sell on eBay and Amazon FBA, and I was at first just doing it for a side hustle, just trying to make extra money, and I think it's going to turn into a full-time gig, or, well, my full-time job. My business, and I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I'm probably getting fired from my job, so I'm gonna have to do my best. So what I want to show you is here recently I did a buy with a guy. Yes, I'm gonna work on listing all this stuff, but also Amazon right now is priority. I have a ton of shipments, about $10,000 in product to send out. That's just in profit to Amazon. And so I want to show you is I bought concert t-shirts, all these concert t-shirts, and all these concert t-shirts, and all these hats, and a whole box of Backstage time-stamped Backstage passes from the 70s and 80s. So yeah, you heard me right. All these are from the 70s and 80s. And I think they're going to make me, not make me, but total sales, probably anywhere from about $15,000 to $30,000 potentially. I'm thinking around more like $20,000, and I'm going to show you a few of what I have. I'm going to do separate hauls on all this stuff. I'm going to do 20 at a time. I'm going to try to get them listed within a week, maybe less, and then I'm going to put my eBay store down below. So if you're interested in any of them, you can purchase them, but they're not going to be cheap, and I'm going to explain why. All right. So here's why they're not going to be cheap is I met a guy who worked for REO Speedwagon for like 20 years. The Doobie Brothers, he worked for about 100 or more bands from the 70s and 80s, including Prince. So what I'm going to show you is about 20 of these shirts at a time. I'm going to list them. I'm going to sell them. I'm going to list probably 20 at a time just because I'm going to show you the 20. I'm going to do the haul video. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to list them. It'll take me about a week. Maybe 2 days to list 20. I don't know. I'm going to try to list them quick, but the problem is I'm doing Amazon FBA and eBay at the same time. But here's why this is important is I'm probably going to lose my job by the end of October. I work in sales. I'm just not selling enough. This could potentially bring me to where I'm sitting in a great place when I go full time. Here's why. I pegged this whole haul to be around anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. I was contacted by several YouTubers, and they think I have around maybe $20,000 to $30,000 in sales. And if I had $30,000 in sales, it's going to leave me with about, I don't know, probably at least 20 grand or more in profit. If I had $20,000 in sales, it could lead me to be at least, I don't know, 10 to 13,000 in profit. So all these shirts are, some of them are common, or some of them are shirts from the venues. They're all 70s and 80s. They're legit vintage concert t-shirts because I used to sell a ton of vintage concert t-shirts on eBay, and I know a lot about vintage concert t-shirts. I'm going to show you 20 of them, and you pause the video whenever you want to and put down in the comments. I have 155 of these. I have 30 or 40 vintage hats. Probably the average sales on the hats are 50 to 100, and I have a whole box of these Backstage passes. I'm going to show everyone the Backstage passes. I'm probably going to do an auction, all 70s and 80s, and they're legit. So the first off is going to be this really awesome t-shirt, and it says "Give Grease a Chance," and this is I don't know who this is. I'm going to have to do some research on this. Lonnie Lugnuts. So this one, I don't think this is going to sell for a lot. This is like a $20 probably shirt. It's just the Atlanta Olympic Games, a vintage champion. It might sell for $30. I have sold some starter stuff for the Atlanta Games, and it sold for like $80 to $100. So these are where we get into, those are a couple crappy shirts. 98% of this stuff is amazing stuff. This is an REO Speedwagon America 1980 tour, and this is a good shirt. It's called C Factor. This is a company that worked with a band, and they made them a exclusive concert t-shirt. And a lot of these, the reason they're going to be $200 to $400 shirts is they're exclusive to the band. So there might only be 5 to 7 left in the entire world, right? So that's what makes it so valuable. 38 Special. This is a 1981 tour concert t-shirt. I'm just trying to hold them close to the camera so you can see them. This is my favorite. I'm a huge Queen fan. And on eBay, you see this shirt go around 80 bucks, but this is why it's special. And this is a Live Aid Philadelphia 1985 concert t-shirt, but it also has the UK and Philadelphia with all the bands and these sponsors on the bottom. The ones on eBay don't have those, or most of them don't. I think it's going to be around $300 shirt. This one right here is awesome, and it's REO Speedwagon Rock and Roll Weekend, Uncle Sam, and it has Billy Squire and Fogats, and it's Florida Jam at the Orange Bowl. Definitely, probably going to be another $300. I would say most of these are going to be very expensive t-shirts. This one is a very rare one, and there was a band called Locomotive GT that came out of the Soviet Union. Now this shirt is ripped, it's tattered, I think it's still going to sell for about 125 bucks. This is one of their first t-shirts they had, and it is broached, it's ripped, but it's still a good piece of history, and it would look awesome in a frame. Of course, the guy that worked for all these bands, I'm going to put his story in the actual eBay listings. So I think that's going to help us sell. This is a Squire, or not a Squire, it is a Survivor 82 t-shirt. 1982 was, now this one, I looked this one up. I think this one is going to sell for about $330, just this one concert t-shirt. It has these eyes on the front, and on the back, it says REO Speedwagon 9 Lives Tour 1979 with special guest Molly Hatchet. I believe that this will sell for $300 or more dollars. I'll probably list it up for $330. This is vintage. Wheels are turning. It's just a nice little sweater, small. A lot of these are smalls because, well, back then, small, medium, and large, I found more small and medium concert tees in the wash, or, you know, in thrift stores and stuff like that. More than, I've never really seen an extra large in the 70s. So, I've never really seen one that big in the 70s. Another exact same Wheels Are Turning REO Speedwagon t-shirt or sweater. Both of these are from like 1984. So this one's a peach, okay? It has a logo, just a nice little logo on the front, and it has REO Speedwagon Good Trouble on the back. Very cool. Next up, we have a Tour de Force. This is REO Speedwagon 1981, and this t-shirt is crispy mint. This is minty fresh, and it is from 1981. I think this is probably going to be another $300 at least. I mean, this is a 50-50. Let's just look it up. I think it's going to be at least a $300 bill. We're just going to look at that one. That one I did look at the Molly Hatchet one. It'll probably sell for about $330, maybe about $300. So, vintage. And I'm just going to see if any comps pop up, because on a lot of these, there are truly no comps. So that's what I thought. There was one active for 30 bucks. That one's not great. The condition it's just a regular t-shirt. It should be probably 150, but they probably don't know what they have. The one t-shirt, these are all black. That one is special because it's a baseball tee with white sleeves, and those are especially hard to find. That one's listed for $200. So if I go in here, there is no active listings whatsoever, or sold listings at all on this exact t-shirt. So I'm probably going to list it up for about 250 bucks. So this one right here is a actual U2 live in 1987. It's the Joshua Tree Tour and it's U2, but this one's special because it has crew on the back. This was worn as a buyer worker by the guy I bought it from. He worked for that band as well. And this one is a very cool one. It's a striper t-shirt, and it says "To Hell with the Devil." And this really cool thing on the back. This is vintage. I don't know what year. Guessing it's probably late 80s. Alright, so another one right here we have is, this is a slim, so this is from 1986, alright? And Slim Jim was the actual person that funded the concert, and this is the Charlie Daniels Band. Me and the Boys, Charlie Daniels. This one's going to be a good one, I have a feeling. Now this one I'm going to have to hit with a steamer. It's another REO Speedwagon, but it's a bowling shirt. And why this one's special is the guy that worked for them had his name on the front. It says Bubba. His name was Bub. He was their head crew member for, I don't know, a lot of years, 20 years. Now, I do have a bunch of REO Speedwagon stuff from the 70s when they first started. And some of their logos was actually hand-drawn and then printed on a shirt. This was one where it's an older logo for the band. But I have some that's literally, it looks worse than this. Like a kid drew it and it's pressed on the shirt. And those are going to be the big heavy hitters, because those are the ones that's just strictly not out there. Here's another really cool REO. This is from 1981 as well. And that is the, now this one's special because it's Super Fest 82. But it has John Cougar before he went by John Cougar Mellencamp. He just went by John Cougar. It has Ted Nugent. And those were the openers in that band for REO. We have a really cool 80s Willie Nelson t-shirt. Really, really, really neat. And also, we have this awesome, it is Elvin Bishop. And he's another country music singer. That's the last one, but just for shits and giggles, we are going to look up a vintage Elvin Bishop t-shirt and see what it sells for. So we're going to just look it up really quick. And I'm very curious to see what this sells for, because I'll be honest, I think it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be that much. Okay, so a vintage Elvin Bishop t-shirt. There's not many out there. There's only like one active. It's at $55. So it looks like it's probably going to be about a $50 t-shirt. Maybe $80. Maybe. But most of these are going to be $200 to $300 or more. Some of them could be $1,000. So I'm going to make a lot of money from this, and I'm really grateful for it. But this is where I just responded to a Facebook Marketplace post, and I scored all of this. So maybe getting fired from my job will be the best thing that ever happened to me. Don't forget to comment down below what your favorite t-shirt is that I showed you. Comment down below your favorite band, your favorite guitar solo person, your favorite, just anything about hard rock or classic rock. Comment down below, or even now. What's your favorite type of music? And what was your favorite shirt in this whole haul? Thank you once again, and don't forget to make that money.